Okay, so let's go further now. Next article, New York Times and other media is pushing for drugging of the water supply. Think Big, a website that interviews scientists and experts in various fields, has begun a month-long series called Dangerous Ideas. And the first post features drugging of the public water supply. The expert they interviewed for this story, Jacob Appel, is a bioethicist and medical historian who has written in favor of adding lithium to the public water supply. Now, this is that real lispy dude that we kind of heard earlier, okay, that I talked about. He states clearly that he believes lithium and other, quote, enhancers are beneficial additions to our public water supply. And any opposition is based on false assumptions that the natural water is better than the artificially enhanced water. Again, it's always man wanting to be as God, saying, well, I can do it better than God can. We need to artificially enhance our water. No, you don't. You don't need to mess with something God put here. But, these devils think that they're trying to dupe you into thinking that they can. Now, just when I saw this, I said, I'm going to look up what are the side effects of lithium. Because they want to put lithium in the water. Remember, he's the guy that said lithium is good for your brain. Okay, well, let's see. This is straight from their website, and we're probably not even getting the half of it. But this is what the medical society admits to as far as lithium side effects. Number 1, get emergency help if you have any of these signs of an allergic reaction to lithium. Hives, difficulty breathing, swelling of your face, lips, tongue, or throat. Stop taking lithium and call your doctor at once if you have these side effects. Extreme thirst, urinating more or less than usual, weakness, fever, feeling of restlessness, eye pain, vision problems, restless muscle movements in your eyes, tongue, jaw, or neck. Pain, cold feeling, discoloration of fingers and toes. Okay, here we go. Feeling lightheaded, fainting, slow heart rate. Here's one I like. Hallucinations, seizures, blackouts, or convulsions. Now, if you're getting hallucinations from taking a drug, you can't tell me there's not a demonic component. I mean, if you think you're seeing little green men when you take a drug, well, you've just entered into the realm of the demonic. And you've opened up some doorways that evidently have let some serious devils in. But anyway, that's some of the side effects there. More side effects are fever with muscle stiffness, sweating, fast, or uneven heartbeats, early signs of lithium toxicity such as nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, drowsiness, muscle weakness, tremor, lack of coordination, blurred vision, and ringing in your ears. Straight off their website. Now, another thing that you have to bear in mind that I didn't put on here for the sake of time is they had a whole other section of other drugs that are contraindicated when you're taking lithium or where you may be getting a reaction. So what if you're taking those meds that they list and then you get lithium in the water supply and you start having all kind of weird reactions and you may not even know lithium's in the water supply reacting, and this is why you're getting these symptoms. Most of the time they're not even going to figure it out. Again, all by design. Meanwhile, the New York Times has published a story admitting that drugs are currently in the public water supply. These drugs include ibuprofen, naproxen, anti-epileptic drugs, and anti-anxiety drugs. It's in the water supply. Earlier this week, Aaron Dykes wrote a detailed article in response to an Oxford professor calling for adding drugs to the water supply. Now, bear in mind, fluoride's very hard to get out of the water, even with filtration. It can be done, but you better do your research. If you're drinking any kind of tap water, you need to really make sure that you're going the extra length in order to getting these chemicals removed, because they're putting chemicals in so you can't get them out. And it takes some homework. That's why I like those EcoloBlue machines, because they literally create water out of thin air. And you can go up to Alex Jones's website or key in EcoloBlue. EcoloBlue is how it's spelled. ECOLO Blue, BLUE. I believe it's .com. And they've come down on the price in their machines. They've got a better machine now. I would advise, if you're going to get one of their machines, get one of the newer ones, because I've got one of the older ones, and man alive, it's like a part-time job trying to keep that dude going. It's a lot of work. Depending on where you live, and the air quality too affects it quite a bit. I've noticed since I've been up here, it's much easier to take care of. But unless you have the grip strength of a gorilla and the technical expertise of a rocket scientist, I wouldn't advise getting the older version because it's very hard to deal with. The tolerances on the machine are very tight. I mean, it's very hard to work with. I just can't imagine like a 60-year-old woman trying to deal with this stuff, you know. Unless you want to get into the strongman competitions and stuff like that, kind of gear yourself up to buy one of those machines. Anyway, sorry. But I've told the company this too. I mean, this isn't anything the company hasn't heard. I like the machines. I think they're good. They're, pretty reliable, but, bear that in mind. I think the newer versions are better. They're getting less complaints. I talked to them about it. But literally there, you have a way to make your own water out of thin air. And then it goes through 10, 11 stages of filtration. So you're not hooked up to the public water supply. They've got solar panels that you can actually buy, where if we were out of electricity, you could literally power it through solar panels. The solar panels, in my estimation, are very overpriced. That's like $5,000, $4,000 to $5,000 to get the solar panels, which is way more than the machine's actually worth. So anyway, those are some options for you. I understand you may not be in a position where you can do any of this. Pray about this. See where the Lord would lead you. I can't give you all the answers. I can only try to direct you in the right direction. But God can open the doors no man can shut, and shut the doors no man can open. So you might be in a situation where you're feeling totally hopeless, but you know what? The Lord Jesus Christ is on the throne. He knows what position you're in. So believe and have faith that He can guide you in all truth and put you in a position where you can be protected from this garbage that we're talking about today.